Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is David Arsenault, President of Effenco, to discuss how the future of electric vehicles will depend on commercial sector adoption. David, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Well, thank you, Jill. Thank you for having us. As I've decided to be in the shop just to show you a bit about what we do.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We hear about the electric vehicle market and the businesses that support it, but we actually never get to see what a factory looks like. So thank you for doing that. What are some of the exciting advances the industry is working on?
Well, you know, the challenge about waste collection or heavy-duty truck, if I can say, electrification of heavy-duty truck is really the size of the battery it requires to have a kind of a certain amount of range. If you compare it to, let's say, an electric passenger car as a Tesla, it will need 10 times the battery size to achieve the same mileage. So to me, that doesn't really make any sense. So this is why everybody's trying to kind of find a solution to unlock that problem. At Effenco, we design a unique architecture, slightly different from standard lithium-ion batteries that we're used to see in electric car. It's based on an ultra capacitor, and it can basically unlock or achieve unlimited range for vocational trucks.
So explain it to our audience, because the electric vehicle market can be complex. Where do you fit into the battery ecosystem? Are you producing the batteries? Are you producing the components? What differentiates what you're doing from other companies in electronification?
Well, the company was started in 2006, and it was basically a spin-off of my postgraduate studies. And you know, from the beginning, we really focused on data. I will say data is really how we differentiate ourselves. We have real operating data on vocational trucks. So we specialize on vocational trucks, but with this data, we were able to identify a unique way, the way they operate. And you know, I like to say that in data, the answer is always there. You just need to find it. So we developed a kind of an AI algorithm that allowed us to analyze this data and basically predict the future. So by vocational truck compared to passenger car, they basically the same route day in, day out. They do the same route day in, day out. So by being able to predict where the truck will be going, we were able with a very small amount of batteries to actually electrify heavy-duty trucks.
So who are your customers and how would they use Effenco technology?
Well, I wanted to be in the shop again just to show you that that we're actually selling system already. We have customers around the world. You know, we sell to the city of New York for the vocational trucks. We sell to the Port of LA for terminal tractors, utility grid. We sell in Europe. In fact, we have distributors in 12 different countries. I will say that most of the demand we have is from Europe.
Right, and what's the market growth potential like in your space?
The total addressable market represents about 2 million vehicles per year globally. It's kind of a niche market, if I could say. It's very specialized, but it still represents about $400 billion of annual sales. You know, with the technology we have, with the amount of data that we have and our AI technology that we develop, we're really in a strong position to be a dominant player in that market. And I like to think that we're at the right place at the right time, so I'm really excited about the future.
So David, I want to ask one more question to you just so we can understand it better. The data that these companies use, that's going to help them develop longer range batteries, smaller batteries, more cost-efficient batteries. Is that how the technology is applied?
Well, by combining the data that we have and our AI algorithm, we can predict where the truck's going to go, where the truck is actually heading. So we can size a very much smaller batteries to just fulfill the requirements. So it's really the combination of both. You know, you cannot do that in a passenger car because you don't know where the customer is going to go the next morning. You might go to New York, you might go to LA, you don't know. Whereas in vocational trucks, since they're work truck, they kind of do the same route day in, day out. So we can really shrink the amount of batteries. So this is kind of how we unlock this technology.
Wow, that's fascinating. David, thank you so much for joining us, for giving us a sneak peek into the factory. It was great to have you on Trade Talks.
All right, thank you for having us. Cheers.
And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.